I still think $307,000 is in the card for this price cycle. I think with all predictions, we should preface it by saying all models are wrong. Some are useful, most are dangerous. So I try to always lead in with any prediction with that awareness that nobody has a crystal ball. So disclaimers aside, I do think that we are still on track for a large all-time high in Bitcoin. So this would be above the local maximum of 64,000 that we hit a couple of months ago. Something that was unforeseen, for me at least, was this mass mining exodus out of China. This is a net benefit to Bitcoin in the long run, and that we're actually decentralizing mining outside of a single jurisdiction. But in the short run, this has a big impact on hash rate, forces a lot of selling to cover the logistical expenses of moving the miners. So I think that that was a bit of an anomaly in the projection for me. I would say the only thing I would change about the prediction, the caveat I would add there is that I think the price cycles themselves will start to break down. Perhaps this is the last cycle. And when I say cycle, I'm referring specifically to the price action mapped over the Bitcoin 4-year halving cycle. Because what's happening is that every time that the new issuance rate of Bitcoin is contracting by 50%, which has historically driven these huge price run-ups, and then the market gets out over its skis, so to speak, and then has huge drawdowns. It's been driven by this supply and demand dynamics of the halving cycle. But with each contraction in the new issuance, it becomes less of an overall component of the selling of Bitcoin. So the miners are selling less and less Bitcoin to cover costs over time. And if you couple that with the maturity of financial markets and capital markets available to miners, such that they don't necessarily have to sell their Bitcoin as much, I think that the halving cycle could become less of a contributor to the price action of Bitcoin in the years ahead. I don't know if that's happening this cycle or next cycle, so to speak, but that is something I'm looking out for. So for short-term price action, I will hold to my projection of 307,000. I still think we're going to see a lot of inflationary pressure in the US dollar. I don't know if it will be registered Q4 of this year, or if it could be extended out into, say, Q1, Q2 next year.